Imagine being one of the highest-paid actresses in the world, earning over $15 million per movie, owning multi-million-dollar homes across the U.S., and having your face on global campaigns for brands like Dolce and Gabbana, L'Oreal, and Mango. That's the reality of Scarlett Johansson, a Hollywood powerhouse who transformed from a child actress into one of the most bankable stars of her generation. But how did she get here? And how did she build a fortune estimated today at over $165 million? Stick around, because Scarlett's journey is filled with big breaks, smart business moves, and the kind of luxury lifestyle that only comes from years at the very top of Hollywood. Scarlett Ingrid Johansson was born in New York City in 1984 into a middle-class family. Her mother was a film producer and her father an architect, but it wasn't a wealthy household. Scarlett herself has admitted that growing up, her family struggled financially, and they lived in a modest apartment in Manhattan. That grounding is important to understand, because it makes the contrast with her later life of wealth and stardom even more striking. She started acting at just 9 years old, making her film debut in North in 1994. But it wasn't until her teenage years that she really began to stand out. Movies like The Horse Whisperer in 1998 and Ghost World in 2001 put her on the map as a serious young actress. These roles didn't pay blockbuster money, think tens of thousands rather than millions, but they gave Scarlett the credibility she needed to climb the ladder in Hollywood. By her late teens, she was already earning enough to contribute to her family, which she's spoken about with pride. The big turning point came in 2003 with Lost in Translation, directed by Sofia Coppola. At just 18, Scarlett starred opposite Bill Murray, and the film became a critical hit. She reportedly earned around $400,000 for that role, not a massive paycheck by today's standards, but the prestige was priceless. That same year, she appeared in Girl with a Pearl Earring, further proving her talent. By her early 20s, she had built a reputation as one of the most promising actresses of her generation. But Scarlett wasn't just building credibility, she was also building her fortune. In 2005, she signed her first big endorsement deal with Calvin Klein, starring in their Eternity Moment fragrance campaign. Around the same time, she was cast in Woody Allen films like Match Point and Vicky Cristina Barcelona, each role boosting both her profile and her paycheck. These movies pushed her salary into the million-dollar range, and her image as a glamorous Hollywood actress opened doors to even bigger endorsements. The real financial transformation happened when she joined the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Natasha Romanoff, also known as Black Widow. Her first appearance was in Iron Man 2 in 2010, and she was reportedly paid $400,000 for that role. Fast forward a decade, and for Avengers: Endgame in 2019, Scarlett earned a staggering $15 million, plus back-end bonuses. In total, her Marvel films are estimated to have earned her over $60 million. That superhero paycheck alone turned her into one of the highest-paid actresses in Hollywood history. While acting has been her main source of income, endorsements have played a huge role in Scarlett's wealth. Over the years, she's been the face of global campaigns for Dolce & Gabbana, Mango, Louis Vuitton, L'Oreal Paris, and Moët and Chandon Champagne. These deals easily add millions per year to her income. For example, her Dolce & Gabbana contract was worth several $million annually, and her Moët and Chandon deal reportedly netted her over $5 million. With all that income, Scarlett has invested heavily in real estate. In 2008, she bought a Spanish-style villa in Los Angeles for $7 million, which she later sold for around $4 million. In 2014, she purchased a house in Los Feliz, Los Angeles, for $4 million. That same year, she added a property in Amagansett, New York, worth $2.2 million. In 2018, she bought a mansion in Palisades, New York, for $4 million, which sits on nearly an acre of land with Hudson River views. She also owns an apartment in Manhattan, which she bought for $2.1 million. Altogether, her property portfolio alone is worth well over $15 million. Scarlett has also dipped her toes into business. In 2018, she co-founded a gourmet popcorn shop called Yummy Pop in Paris with her then-husband, Romain Doriac. While it wasn't a massive financial venture, it showed her interest in entrepreneurship beyond acting. More recently, she's been involved in her own production company, These Pictures, which allows her to take greater creative and financial control over her projects. She's been spotted flying on private jets, especially when traveling for film promotions or family vacations. While she doesn't own a private jet herself, she often charters them, a luxury that can cost thousands of dollars per hour. Her jewelry collection includes pieces from Cartier and Bulgari, and she's often seen on the red carpet in custom gowns worth tens of thousands. Scarlett also makes smart financial moves with her contracts. In 2021, she sued Disney over the release of Black Widow, arguing that the simultaneous release on Disney Plus hurt its box office earnings and therefore her bonuses. The lawsuit was settled, with Scarlett reportedly receiving around $40 million as part of the deal. This showed not only her business savvy, but also her willingness to fight for what she's owed. Today, Scarlett Johansson's net worth is estimated at around $165 million. Her annual income has fluctuated depending on projects, but at her peak, she was earning over $50 million per year thanks to Marvel salaries, endorsements, and bonuses. She's consistently ranked among Forbes' highest-paid actresses, topping the list in both 2018 and 2019. But beyond the money, what's Scarlett's day-to-day life like now? She lives in New York with her husband, comedian Colin Jost, and their son. She's described her life as relatively low-key, balancing work with family. She still acts, but she's selective about her roles, preferring quality over quantity. Her production company keeps her busy behind the scenes, and she's also active in philanthropy, supporting causes like Stand Up to Cancer, Oxfam, and Meals on Wheels. Scarlett's journey from a struggling New York kid to one of the wealthiest actresses in the world is a story of talent, persistence, and smart financial decisions. She didn't just rely on acting. She built her wealth through brand deals, real estate, and business ventures, all while maintaining her position as one of Hollywood's most iconic stars. In short, Scarlett Johansson's fortune wasn't built overnight. It was the result of decades of hard work, iconic roles, and smart investments. Today, she enjoys a life of luxury, but one that's also grounded in her roots and her family. And as she continues to take on new roles and expand her influence, it's clear that Scarlett Johansson isn't just a movie star. She's a savvy businesswoman who knows exactly how to turn fame into lasting fortune.